now.
Damn good time. It's damn good time.
Yes, it is.
Chicka chicka.
It's a damn good time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I'm Steve Schaefer,
I'm Cody Adams.
and this is a Damn Good Time podcast.
We back.
Yeah, we're back in the studio.
Been a minute.
Yeah, we've had some scheduling conflicts.
Nope. Just trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
All kinds of things and stuff's going on.
I think it's mainly we decided to start recording on Mondays instead of Fridays. I feel like we waste some of our weekend time whenever we do it on a Friday, you know?
Yeah, no, like a lot of life changes, a lot of things are happening where it's, you know, I'm not having the opportunity to be at home as well. I'm still home a lot, but not as much because I got to wake up earlier in the mornings, you know, the new jobby and whatnot.
Right.
So yeah, it just works out. And then, you know, your wife's got a different job where she
Yeah.
gets to be home on Friday. So
Yeah.
heck yeah.
Used to be she had to work on Fridays, so I was like, fuck it, I ain't got nothing else to do. We should do this then.
And with the kids, you know, the kids
Yeah.
are there too, you know, the kids.
Yeah. Kids and stuff too.
So hell yeah. But we'll make it happen.
Yep.
Keep it rolling.
Keep on rolling. So yeah, that's where we've been. But we got boats in the water now.
Boats and hoes.
We got that boat. It's that time of year, man.
Mm-hmm.
It just sucks that like it's gonna be 60s for a while, for like another week at least.
I know. The big kickoff weekend, it's like, all right, you know, got that 3-day Memorial Day weekend. You're like,
Yeah.
hell yeah. Gonna celebrate.
And it's usually that's the start of the summer, you know. It's the start of the lake, and that's when everybody gets out on the boats and goes out and starts partying and stuff. But
Probably not this weekend.
it's gonna be 60-some degrees. I'm still going out. You know what I mean?
I saw Saturday's like 58.
Yeah.
And then at least now the Sunday before the holiday will be the beautiful
Yeah.
68 degrees. It's like,
Yeah.
that's still kind of nice if the sun's out.
Yeah. If the sun's out, it'll be nice. And the wind stays down. It shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
But it's not your optimal boating weather. It's not gonna be not really gonna be out there swimming or anything.
Yeah, at them mid to high 70s that are like perfect. And
Yeah.
the water's still probably a little chilly, but we, you know, we deal with that every year because it's like, you know,
Yeah.
it takes till June something until it's like,
Yeah.
all right, now we can
I
get.
feel like it's usually a little bit warmer than it is gonna be right now. You know,
yeah,
because you know, with usually the sun's out a lot more, a little warmer outside. You know, air temp. And
it's so much rain already.
Yeah.
So much rain, wind, storms. I'm sure everybody's been getting a little bit of that
Yeah.
across the states. You see tornadoes everywhere. Damn, just getting crazy out there. This weather. Anyways, you probably talked about weather all day at work today.
Yeah. The rivers have been up.
This is global warming.
Goddamn global warming.
Polar ice shifts.
Yeah. So what else has been going on, man?
Oh, I've just been humming away at the new job.
Yeah.
Been enjoying it. You know,
That's cool.
in the property management sector now.
Yeah.
I know we talked. Did we even talk about it?
I think a little bit.
A little bit. But yeah, it's just been new and fresh and exciting. So it's just been
Managing them
fun.
properties, huh?
Managing them properties.
That's cool.
But yeah, other than that, you know, like I said, boats are in. We had some good weekends. Mother's Day weekend was great. I don't even know if we talked about that or gave shout out to the moms, but
Hey,
I
think we shouted at the moms.
I feel like I don't remember what we did.
Yeah.
At all.
It's been a
'Cause I
while
feel like
since
it's
we've
been-
recorded.
I
So.
feel like it's been 2 weeks since we've been in.
I
Maybe 3. I don't know. It just feels like it's been.
think we only
forever.
skipped 1 week,
Yeah, but it just feels like.
and then we didn't record on Friday, so it's
It just feels weird.
10 days.
Yeah, this Mondays are weird.
Well, and I think it's going to take us a minute to get into the Monday swing of thing
Mm.
because usually I barely survive that Monday at work because it's like, oh, gotta go back to work. You know,
Yeah.
just made it through the weekend and shit. And so even Monday afternoons are you just like, fuck, you know.
I don't do that.
Now it's got to turn into get that high energy level up for the podcast. You know.
That flow back.
Yeah.
Yeah, once we go Monday to Monday, then it'll feel normal. Of course,
Yeah.
next Monday's the holiday, so we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
The weather looks shitty on that Monday too. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
so it might not matter.
I think it's supposed to rain that fucking day.
You know, Just another day off.
Hey, maybe we're just every 2 week podcast now. You know.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll keep trying as much as we can. Sometimes shit happens, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I get to go to Texas this week.
TX?
Yeah, going to the Dallas Fort Worth area.
Get you some barbecue.
Get me some fucking brisket. That's for
no,
goddamn sure.
Hell yeah.
I can't go through Texas.
Probably 105 degrees there.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be nice and warm there for sure.
Yeah, you got to get the barbecue.
Yeah,
It's Texas. Shoot.
yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. I was supposed to go to fucking San Diego next week, Tuesday through Friday, but that one all of a sudden came off the schedule. So I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. But that'd be nice to go Texas and then San Diego. And then I think I'm going East Coast after that. So like I go fucking all the way to one side of America to the other side of America.
Nice.
Yeah, but so I'm like, I hope I get that San Diego trip back on because I fucking fish tacos out there are so dope. Like I'm just so stoked for food every time I go to different places.
It's like, I don't care about anything else. Food, work, whatever.
It's like, oh, I know
Sights,
this.
whatever.
I know this trip. I know that city. Like they got this there, that restaurant there. And shit.
Yeah. I get to go to Washington, D.C. next month. That's fun.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
What you doing that for?
Oh, convention.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
what kind?
I'm
Property
gonna
management convention.
Yeah, I'm going to be a convention guy now.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Like, is it gonna be like contracting kind of vendors or what?
No, it's like it's more like the strategies.
Okay.
Some of the stuff with the role development and policies and legislation.
Yeah.
and a lot of that stuff. That
Like, did you hear about this new bill? They're making it something
Yeah.
like that. Something.
and just a lot of this different aspects that I was never attuned to.
Yeah.
But now that I am, it's like, oh, okay.
And they get to learn about it and
Yeah.
shit. That's dope.
Yeah.
Do you know when that is?
June 24th, I think.
Ah, okay.
Towards the end of June, I believe.
Because I think the first week of June, I think that's when I'm doing the East Coast, but it starts in D.C. And then I drive up to Atlantic City. It was like, fucking Bruce, do some
We
D.C.
could have a mash
together.
up in D.C.
Yeah.
Kicked out of someplace.
That'd have been fun. Yeah.
And all them lawmakers. But hey,
I could have been a guest in your, could have gone to that convention with you. Get me a lanyard. I walk around.
it's probably some hotel that's like a big mall. It's a big mall, but the hotel is
Yeah.
like in the middle of it.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's weird.
I looked it up. It's a big ass mall, but
I ain't never heard of such a thing.
there's like a Marriott or something nice right in the middle of it.
Yeah. So then you can go all shopping and shit.
So, yeah.
Bitches be shopping.
Look at that big convention center. Be rubbing elbows with all the property management
Yeah.
development people. So.
Yeah. I'm like, what do you do with your properties? Yeah, I manage my properties. You manage your
You
properties?
how you manage your properties?
Well-
yeah, I manage mine better.
That's how I manage mine, bro.
How many you
Yeah,
manage? How about your numbers?
Yeah.
What's your numbers?
How many units you got, dude?
Give me them figures. Maths.
I got more units than that, dude.
I'm gonna make shit up.
I manage way harder than you.
Where do you manage at? Hawaii.
Yeah. I came in. Things are different on the
They're
island.
just gonna look at me and be like, "No, you don't." I live inside.
Sure about that?
I don't go outside. I manage underwater properties.
Yeah, submarine shit. Under the ocean.
Rules don't even apply to me, but I'm
Plenty
here
of-
anyways.
Plenty of space to develop on the bottom of the floor of the ocean.
I should go in there all crazy like that.
Yeah.
I don't think my boss would like that much. He'd be like, "What the hell?"
Cody, what are you doing?
Underwater wise. Wait, I'm trying to go underwater worldwide enterprise.
Underwater worldwide.
But I just shortened it to
enterprise.
underwise.
Underwater.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Anyway,
We'll
what
talk.
else? I'm
we'll
trying
talk
to figure
about
out,
things
think
that's
about what
closer.
else has been going on for you the last 2 fucking weeks, man. I got. I'm gonna have to have surgery on my knee.
Oh yeah, you talked about that. That's gonna be terrible.
Yeah, torn ACL. Meniscuses are fucked, and trying to schedule it for because we're slow at work around December and January. So probably gonna schedule it for the end of the year. That way I don't lose out on summer too.
Yeah.
Because it's still good enough for me to walk. I can still golf on it and shit. I don't want to be on a boat with a brace and stuff like that. So it's like, let me stay easy on it for the summer, and then let's cut into it in the wintertime. Fuck that. That's
Right.
that's when I'm gonna sit around and play video games. It'll heal perfect then, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So-
Go slow with it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that should be silly.
Don't be jumping off the boat on the shore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the weirder ones is trying to get up and down out of boats and shit and trying not to slip and
Yeah, you got to get you some steps.
yeah,
Gotta get you some nice steps.
I got me a good set of folding steps on the boat.
Well,
So that always I mean that's like kind of a number one. That's a must have anyway.
I know. And well, the fun thing was like putting the dock in this year, and finally,
Yeah.
you're one boy big enough to pound some poles. now.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's like, right, payoff time.
Yeah. Yeah, he's 13 now, so he'll be 14 in August. So he's starting to do a lot more chores. He's actually showing interest in doing a lot of the stuff too. Like today, I come home and I pull up to the house and he's mowing the grass. and shit.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. And then he even comes in when he's done, because I was gonna go out and I was gonna at least like do the weed eating around him, and he comes in, starts grabbing the weed eater. I'm like, here, let me restring it for you here real quick, and then he just takes off, fucking weeds eats too. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, I never have to do yard work ever again.
Hell yeah.
This shit's fucking sick, bro.
Payoff time.
Yeah,
Time to collect.
yeah. So that's
You
awesome.
want a steak for dinner now, man? Come on.
Yeah.
Shoot.
So yeah, and then it's funny because he was hungry, so he just grabbed a pack of hot dogs and went out and grilled off a whole pack of hot dogs and was just sitting there eating fucking hot dogs.
He's cooking for himself.
yeah, yeah.
Boy's going to be independent in no time.
He's such a fucking bro, dude. It's awesome.
That is awesome. That's just immediately what I was thinking. Like when he pounded those two
Yeah.
poles, and I was like already dreading like pounding them. You know, we're both like, oh man, pounding these poles suck.
Yeah.
And then he got done and was like, huh, that was easy. I don't know what the big deal is.
I don't know what all the fuss is about, he said.
I don't know what the fuss is about.
All right, you get to do it every fucking time now.
Yeah,
You
it's
get
gonna
to
be
do it
awesome.
every time.
And it's like, oh man, and I just like I see little payoffs with, my kids now, 3.5.
Yeah.
When it's just like, we're still potty training, but if I get like a half potty out of them all the time, I'm like, yeah, we're getting closer to them just jumping on the toilet. And I don't have to change a diaper anymore. This is
Yeah.
gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
It's like those half payouts, which are still just more of an inconvenience, where it's like that was a full payout. Like,
Yeah.
pound that pull in, buddy.
Yeah. Doing work for
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
So that's why you get kids.
Fuck yeah. Have them do your shit.
Yeah.
So that way you don't have to do so much shit anymore. Make them do all the shit.
Mow that grass.
Fucking sick, dude.
Yeah. Because he's been mow it like 3 times a week. And you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
slow down.
Now I just need to get him to learn how to like fix boat motors and shit. So when I had to put mine in, my impeller was toast.
Yeah.
So it wasn't squirting any water out, so the motor wasn't getting any coolant going through it. So I had to tear that bitch apart, put a new impeller in it, rebuild the water pump and shit. So we were trying to put it on Friday, and we took it to the lake and then had to take it right back to where it was sitting in the field.
Right back.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's pretty close.
Yeah. So that was pretty dumb. But then we got it out Sunday, and Henry caught a fish. He's fucking just growing up so fast. He's a fisherman.
Yeah. Show you up in no time.
Yeah.
No,
That's
it's
fine. He can have it. He can have all the chores and stuff.
Catching fish is fun, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not good at it, but now I'm starting to do a little more research and watch some videos and see what kind of lures do different shit.
Right.
And so since he's getting into it now I'm getting into it as well. So it's cool.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying. Well, as soon as my kids are old enough, I'll give them the rundown. Give them the rundown, and that'll probably get me excited again because I haven't really cared about fishing in years. I always liked fishing when I was younger and stuff, but I think as I get older, I'll probably like fishing more too. Something to do, and it's fun.
Get back into it.
Just was spoiled as a kid going up to Canada and stuff, and you go to places where every 10 casts you're catching a big ass bass, or you're catching a big pike, or or you're just catching a little fish. You're just catching a fish.
You're at least catching something.
Yeah. Sometimes it gets too much, and you're like, Jesus, man, how many fish did I just catch? Take off the hook. Like, I need a break.
Yeah.
But down around in our lake, it's like, it's a mud bottom, man-made lake. You got to work a little bit harder.
Yeah.
You got to fish a little smarter.
Yeah. We were out for probably a couple hours, hour, maybe 2, and we only caught the 1, so.
Yeah.
Nice little white bass. Or is that what it was, right? I think.
Striped bass, white bass. It's all kind of the same.
It was a little bass.
I think it's a white. I don't know. Some people say white, some say striped. I'm pretty sure it's the damn same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're completely different, and people just call them by how they see them.
Yeah.
It's got stripes on the side, but it looks like a white bass. So.
But it's also white, yeah. Do you eat those?
You can. You
Yeah.
can eat any fish.
I mean, yeah. That's the same answer I gave to my kids. Like, can you eat that? I'm like, yeah, you can eat it, but like, is that a common eating fish?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Again, you can eat it.
Right.
In typical mud bottom lakes, they're gonna have a little more of a mud bottom taste to them.
Yeah. Take a little dirtier.
Yeah. But if you soak them and you do some things to them and you fry them up, I'm sure they taste just fine.
Yeah.
Especially if you do it fresh. Like, everything's better fresh.
Right.
A lot of people don't eat bass, right? But I was up in Canada before. We caught a bunch of bass and we filleted them up. Big bass, filleted them up, and fried them up right there on the shoreline, fresh.
Yeah.
Like, basically, you got to murder them.
Yeah.
Hit them a big-ass rock and or stab them and then
Right.
fillet them and fry them, and it was delicious.
Nice.
But it's because it was super fresh, too. Like,
Yeah.
no time for that rigor mortis to set in.
Right.
Where you put like 18 fish in a cooler and let them just sit in there, and then you take them back home, then fillet them, and then a lot of people just freeze them,
Right.
and then pull them out, and then it's like, you had all that time for
it to kind of break down and get a little gamier, I don't know.
get a little more fishier or a little whatever.
Let its flavor develop or
Yeah.
some shit. Enzymes kicking in and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, catfish and stuff like that, like a lot of people eat catfish, but,
Yeah.
Typically you want to farm raise catfish because it doesn't taste as muddy as a lake catfish because they're just on the bottom,
Right.
filtering dirt through their gills all day. So
You are what you eat, too.
mm-hmm, that's for sure. And those farm raised catfish are probably eating delicious little pellets.
Yeah, eating a lot
Full of
better.
grain.
Eating a lot cleaner, at least,
Getting them fatter quicker. Getting
Yeah.
bigger and fatter quicker.
Hell yeah, dude.
Just like cows and everything else, too.
What do you like to fish with on Atwood Lake? Like, what's your favorite kind of lure? We're
Well-
turning this into the fishing podcast for today.
All right, let's go. So I always just found an easy way is just trolling on Atwood.
Yeah.
It's typically most of the time you'll catch a couple, either, even catfish trolling. So you just use like a 12-foot diver and just put them off the side. And that way you can still putt down the lake,
Yeah.
chilling, doing whatever they're going. You just got to make sure you stay right off the shoreline. You know where those bounces are going to be. You're going to hit some bottoms. You're going to see those poles go, whoa, and you're going to be like, oh, fish. But it's like a little, you got to like feel the line a little bit, feel that little ting, 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 ting,
Yeah.
ting, ting. Still never exact science, but, you put those on. There's been a couple times where I've caught a fish, didn't even know it, and it's just like skiing out back across the water, like, oh, shit, I got one.
It just becomes a fucking bait for a bigger fish.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, always lure fishing is fun. Typically because there's not a lot of structure in that lake, you got to hit it early in the morning or towards the evening,
Yeah.
casting at some trees, casting at some rocks, doing some of that. But it's also a phenomenal catfish lake.
Yeah.
So going out there late at night and dropping some worms down or dropping some stinky bait, chicken livers, whatever you want to do. Some people do laundry detergent.
Laundry detergent.
Yeah. Apparently catfish like laundry detergent. I don't know. I've heard
Wait,
that.
Like,
I've heard
doesn't
that
it
for years.
dissolve?
You put it in like a little pantyhose type thing. You get it hard and clumpy and you put it in there and it'll slowly, but it's like the dry powder stuff. You get it and put it in there.
That's weird.
I've heard that. I've never really used it, but
Get the fuck out of here.
yeah. There's all kinds of wise tales and things too about what catfish like. I mean, you just never know.
Why isn't my computer letting me type?
I know one day I was out there, me and a buddy, and we had 2 poles each in.
Yeah.
I think maybe we were using chicken livers, or we had a mix of worms, chicken livers, and different stuff. Maybe even some catfish ball bait, that you can buy at the store. And we caught a couple through the night, whatever. All of a sudden, this storm came rolling in.
Yeah.
It's warm out, lightning just crackling in the background. Every single pole just like they went in a frenzy because that pressure's pushing in, whatever gets them going crazy. We had all 4 poles going.
Yeah,
I got my foot on one and I'm fighting one that was just ripping line. Just I'm like, oh my! I had a monster on there. The only other time I'd felt that was I was up in Canada and I caught, big ass pike about this long, like huge pike. So big, like my brother was trying to net him and he wouldn't fold into the net. He had to just pick him up and toss him on the boat, and then he's like pop 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 and just slam him on the boat. But anyways, I had this catfish on. I'm like, oh man, this is a monster. And I didn't have any braided. I just had regular, 20-pound test or something, or 12-pound test on there, and I fought him for, I don't know, probably 5 or 10 minutes until he snapped it.
Yeah,
and I was like, that was huge. And then I reeled up the other line, had a nice little channel cat on there. I'm like, all right, but so it's just fun. It's just different, and whatever experience you like. Some people like the bobber fish. You can catch fish that way too. But yeah, either trolling because you can still get to putt around on the boat and chill on the boat and see the lake, and you'll know the good spots when you hit them because there's a few out there. And then ultimately, my favorite type of fishing is casting, though, just constant casting.
Yeah,
like trying to cast around, just feel more active to it.
Yeah, it's a little less boring for me because you're just reeling and casting and reeling and shit. I like doing that a lot more than anything else.
And you might find some structure like, oh, I'm going to get right under that tree, and you try to swing it under that tree and do some different things like that. I love topwater baits. I mean, ultimately, there's probably not one serious fisherman that doesn't love fishing with a topwater bait.
Yeah.
Because the action you get that explosion of the fish just blasting out of the water. And
like, for a fact, like, I can see him bite it.
Yeah, there's nothing cooler than that, so either a popper or a buzz bait. Those are the spinners with the propellers that you spin fast and then over the top of the water. Something like that where you get to kind of play with that action. Like I love a popper in the morning. You throw it out by a tree and poop, 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 and you just kind of jerk it real slow.
Yeah.
And then bam! That's. I mean, I think it's probably everybody's high to see a big old fish just jump out of the water and hit it.
That sounds dope.
Yeah. So those would be my top, and then like I say, but for Atwood, it's mainly like trolling and doing that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I caught a decent 3-pound bass in front of the yacht club, and I was literally just a kid just walking around the dock, and I just kind of dropped my lure down. And I was just going right across the top of the water, and bam, he nailed it. So,
nice.
You just never know. It's those moments, but there's days I've gone out there and got completely skunked out for the most part too, and it's just the way she goes.
Yeah.
It's time of day, it's weather, it's a lot of effectiveness to it, and time of year, and
all that fun stuff.
Lot to play into it. A lot I don't even remember or care about. This is most of the time it's like you're going fishing. But
yeah,
I do. Back in the day, when we were younger, we did in teenage years, early teen years, we did lots of catfishing. Lots of catfishing. Like we were on the river or out at Atwood, just lots of catfish, and that's just dropping a line in the bottom, reeling up a little bit, or having a sinker so it just hangs up, and just trying to catch a catfish, hang out, and smoke backwood cigars.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. And that's more just sitting and waiting too. That's not you're not really casting so much in and out, and
you don't do shit either. Yeah. It's kind of like trolling. You just put a line down and just chill out. Yeah. And I would say off of our dock is prime time for that too. You'd always just go down there late at night and sit on the back of the boat. But Or just go out and anchor somewhere too. It's fun.
Right.
And just kind of chill out and.
What do you use for catfish? You usually get chicken livers or?
I mean, if I would do it now, I'd probably just be worms or.
Yeah.
I'd probably just go worms for the most part. They seem to have the tendency to catch the variety of fish and the most fish. But yeah, chicken livers always are pretty good, just because you get that scent out in the water, I guess.
Yeah.
But, you can put about damn near anything on a hook that stinks, and catfish seem to come and want to try to nibble at it.
Yeah.
So.
And then what? You just drop a sinker on it and let it sink, or do you usually bobber and float? And
Sinker.
yeah.
Sinker. Put a foot and a half, maybe foot of line extra, so whatever your bait will kind of float up.
Yeah.
So they can find it a little bit. I think that's why worms are good, because worms are going to float and they're going to be a little squirrely and
Kinda
stuff
wiggle.
for a little bit in the water until they actually drown. When I don't know what that is, because
Yeah.
it seems like you can pull a worm out after an hour and it's still
Still moving.
slowly moving around. So
Some of them just give the fuck up and they die immediately.
yeah,
Why are you soggy already, bro? Like,
yeah, you hooked him. But you want to get nice big night crawlers too, like not them little tiny binies. I remember back in the day they had glow in the dark night crawlers. Do you remember those?
Yeah, I think I've seen those recently too, actually.
Yeah, they had I don't know. I remember they were always like Canadian glow in the dark night crawlers. I'm like, oh, these are cool. But nowadays I'm like, what are they putting in those?
Yeah, what'd you soak them in? The fuck did you
Did
soak
they just
them in,
put
dude?
some kind of weird phosphorus in their soil
Yeah,
that they constantly ate and just
You
became
fucking
glow in the
soaking
dark?
these worms in, man.
I'm like, can the fish does that help the fish see it? I don't even know.
I don't know.
But I remember I had the glow in the dark tip fishing rod so you could see that and all the little stuff, just so you could help watch your poles and do everything. But yeah, I mean, that's also be a fun thing to do with the kids, is go out and try to camp out as long as you can.
Yeah.
Out on the lake somewhere and throw those lines in
Right.
and kind of have a night of it.
Yeah.
We're going to stay up till
A nice late night.
1 a.m.
And then sit there and crush beers too.
Yeah.
Till fucking sick.
Till the cold and the dew starts settling on you, and you're like, everything's
Yeah.
getting wet.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that since Hank's getting into it and shit. Like I said, now I have to get into it, so I'm pretty stoked. Do you ever use minnows, like live minnows?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Is that probably catfish too, or is that more
You'll catch everything with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just...
everything likes to eat minnows?
Yeah, minnow, I mean, you're typically going to be doing a bobber type fishing or a rig setup fishing.
How do you hook them so they don't die?
Right above the back fin.
Okay.
So was that the dorsal right in the back?
Yep.
Yeah, you just go right under that.
Gotcha. I was watching videos on that today. Saw 3 different ways of hooking them up. I just didn't know. I wondered which one you like.
I mean, eventually they'll probably die, but if you
Yeah.
I always just hooked them right under that back dorsal fin. Just go right to basically around their spine, I guess,
Yeah.
with that meaty area there,
Right.
because their organs are low, and so it's just like meat there.
Yeah. Because it's like don't sever their spine or they'll go paralyzed,
Right.
and don't gut them or they'll die quicker.
Yeah. I saw some people would hook them through their mouth and stuff.
Yeah. The one way was saying they go through top and bottom lip, but you end up closing their lips so they won't be able to breathe, so they might die a little bit faster. It was saying, but they said that's probably best if you're trolling with them, because then they'll still kind of look like they're swimming.
Yeah, I don't know, I guess it depends how big your minnows are, too.
Yeah.
Because if you got a little minnow and you're trying to, I'm going to get you right through your little face.
I'm gonna pierce your lip.
Some people are like, oh, God, I'm terrified right now. You don't want to crush his spine?
I saw one where dude took it through the mouth and then came out the gill, and then ran it back and went sideways under the spine
Yeah,
and ran it like that.
that's a bit of a crazy setup.
Yeah.
You can do that, but, that gives you probably a better chance that you're going to actually hook the fish, because sometimes, they can just come up and snatch it. Like if you got it by the back dorsal, let's say, just snatch it and bite it in half, or just rip it right off your hook. So,
Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ways to do everything. So
Yeah.
and there's fake worms, and there's fake minnows, and there's fake stuff.
Yeah.
That's what we'll use because we're humane.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure so many people out there are like, but you're killing the minnow. I'm like, well, I'm trying to hurt another fish.
I'm trying to hook.
I might actually be trying to kill a bigger fish, to eat it and stuff.
Yeah.
So, sorry,
Yeah, and
Make sure he doesn't die in vain,
Crawfish is fun to use because they're crazy, and you hook those like through their back soft spot. But and they'll keep swimming. So like your line will be moving because the crawfish is like trying to run around and stuff.
That's dope. And then he goes under a rock and gets you snagged and shit.
Typically in our area in Ohio, you're gonna use a smaller minnow. You're not gonna have a big old sod gun.
Yeah.
Like if you were down in the ocean or something. But
right.
But yeah, there's fishing 101 for you.
Yeah. The Fishing Podcast.
I'm sure everybody's got their opinions on everything, so
yeah, we might actually get more comments on this one. Like, you guys are fucking retarded.
Yeah, a lot of people are gonna be like, nah, you don't.
You don't know what you're talking about.
How dare you eat a bass?
Yeah.
How dare you do this? Okay.
Your fish or my fish is bait.
Yeah. Laundry detergent. Well, you're gonna kill everything in the lake.
I didn't bring it up, but I googled it, and Google says you can use. People use laundry detergent.
Yeah, I've heard it. I never use it. Like I said, I never use it.
Not as effective as traditional baits. Some anglers use laundry soap as an unconventional bait, especially in trot lines or when fishing for bullheads.
We'll run trot line.
Apparently, there's fat in laundry detergent.
Mm.
Some types of laundry detergent, particularly those containing fats or proteins, can be used as bait for catfish.
It's soap, right? Soap's made from fat.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't understand.
Remember Fight Club when they're getting human fat to make the soap?
True. Yeah, they're making soap out of fat there. So that does make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's all kinds of videos for it. What kind of soap is that guy even using?
Soap bags. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't want to click on this and have it play sound.
We are going to be fishing
Make sure it's muted.
with soap.
Mute you.
Zote soap.
Zote? He's got a bar of Zote, dude. Okay, cool.
I've caught I caught a fish with a cigarette butt before, so
Yeah.
as long as you got the right action, you got the right stuff going on, and it looks like it might be edible, they might bite it
Yeah.
to taste it. And if there's a hook in it, it don't.
Yeah, I know I've used just bread and cheese.
Yeah.
I know a guy that'll throw he'll get Arby's roast beef sandwiches and then put chunks of it on hooks and catch catfish with it and shit too.
Yeah, easy.
So you can do all kinds of cool stuff, I guess.
Oh, we used to have fun trying to catch the carp out of that one too.
Yeah.
My brother, Brady, definitely a better angler than I am. And that's what, like, as a kid, he would spend so much time out while we were out at like Butters Beach, and like, I'm younger. I'm just like playing on the sandbar doing stuff. He's like
castles and shit.
He's throwing some chips out there, getting the carp in. Next thing you know, there's like 6 or 8 carp just like down there, and then he's hooking up red ball or whatever and throwing it out there, and then hooking like 8-pound carp. And
I bet you those are fun to fight with.
oh yeah, they're fun. I mean, you want nothing to do with like eating those dirty bastards or anything, but
I kind of want to try it. Have you ever tried it?
can't say I have.
Because everybody says don't do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I kind of want to try it.
Where catfish are bottom feeders, they're also carnivores.
Yeah.
They'll eat other fish and stuff. Carp, I'm pretty sure, just eat
They're
dirt.
garbage disposals.
They're just
Yeah.
garbage disposals that eat like algae and dirt. So I heard they're like,
Probably tastes like
I
shit.
don't know, but yeah, they're like the dirtiest of dirt fish. But I have heard of people like getting them. They take them and they put them in like their bathtub or a big tub with circulated water and clean water. And they empty it out a couple times and let that clean water circulate to help like flush them out.
Almost kind of purge them a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that, especially with catfish, people would do that. They would take the catfish home, put them in the tub,
Get in the tub.
almost like they're in a big fish tank, but just keep like water circulating in through it
Yeah.
so they don't die. And then
Wonder how long you got to do that for.
I don't know.
I put them in my goldfish tank. I'll probably eat all my goldfish.
Oh yeah. You just hear splashing, water flying everywhere.
Get a little snack before I eat them.
Tank flies off. Yeah, it'd be like a turducken. It'll be it'll be a carp golden.
Yeah.
Just cook them whole and cut that belly open. Some little goldfish snacks.
Yeah. I got a little snack. I got a little snack inside the snack.
Yeah. You gotta keep leveling that up.
Yeah.
Make this fish eat this fish, and this fish eat this fish, and then like eventually we're on like shark and whale and stuff.
Yeah.
We have 17 types of fish inside of this one fish.
Right. Fish on. It's fishy fish.
Yeah.
It's fish stuff fish.
Yeah,
I kind of want to eat some fucking fish right now, dude. I tried something the other day that I've beef liver. You like beef liver, right?
Do I like beef liver?
Yeah.
Right.
Do you like to eat liver?
No, not particularly.
No, really?
I'll be honest. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be honest. No, I'm not a big fan of that irony blood flavor.
Yeah, the liver, the organ meats
Yeah.
flavor to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if it was fresher, it might be a different experience. And
Yeah.
most of the times I've probably had frozen pucks that you get from diners and stuff.
Yeah.
Like tasted that. But yeah, that iron's just a bit.
See, I
much.
love it. And I had some. I pulled some out of the freezer, and I didn't feel like frying it because normally you could like soak it in milk or buttermilk or some shit, and then do a little flour dredge on it, and then fry it off in oil in a pan.
Yeah.
This time I just salt and peppered and went straight to the grill with it. Turned out pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
I was like, you gotta be able to grill this, right? You know?
Yeah.
So I don't see why, as long as it's cooked. You know, who cares how the heat cooks it? You know what form of heat it is. So I grilled off some liver, and it tasted pretty fucking banger, dude.
Yeah, I'm. The liver and onions and all that. Like,
Yeah.
I've tried it a couple times. But yeah, that high iron is.
Yeah.
It's pungent. Pungent.
I love it. I love it for that pungent flavor.
I know.
I know when I was a kid I hated it, but liver and onions is one of my favorite things now.
I'm sure that's a dying dish in the restaurant community because, I had some diners at my last job and stuff that still had it on their menu, but
Yeah.
they're like old school diners and their clientele is mainly older people.
Yeah.
But you could see that one being like probably slowly phased out over time.
Right.
Be a specialty somewhere.
Yeah,
Occasionally, but
I imagine it's like weirder, maybe like Amish people probably like it, but like definitely old people.
mm-hmm.
Like that kind of farmer crowd, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
that older farmer crowd definitely like love that.
Yeah.
They love like, it's Sunday, I got to go get my liver and onions.
Yeah.
They're religious to eat it like once a week. It's insanely good for you.
Yeah, that organ meat's good for you.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of minerals and shit in it.
Yeah, I know that. So that's why I always give it a try. But it's not like if I'm going in to order that dish at that place too, there's about 16 other things I want too. Because they have that liver and onions, you damn well know about 5 other dishes that are guaranteed to be banger on that menu too.
They're going to be legit.
And one of them involves gravy, and I want that.
Yeah.
One of them involves some homemade sausage gravy.
Yeah.
It's going to blow your socks off probably too.
Fucking good country gravy on the country fried steak then too.
Oh yeah.
That shit's dope.
Oh, country fried steak. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably country fried delivered through some gravy on it.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be
You probably do that.
that'd be a lot better for me.
Yeah.
A lot less pungent.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would be curious to have like super fresh.
Right.
Just wash it.
Like
Maybe.
straight out of the cow.
Yeah. Just wash it, smack it on the griddle for a little bit and see
Right.
what that's all about.
And a lot of times people call to like soak it in milk over for 24 hours. It gets gets rid of a little bit of that kind of minerally flavor, but
Right.
I don't think I've ever done that. Like I've always just went straight from the package into some breading
Right.
and then the pan. But this time just straight onto the grill with some salt and peps. That's all I did.
Yeah. Or you think about, well, if I go fishing, I'll get a fresh thing of chicken livers and I'll munch on some chicken livers while I'm fishing. Is that what you're
Kind of,
thinking?
yeah. We were talking about liver. We were talking about livers and shit. But yeah, chicken livers are dope too because they're a little lighter on that kind of iron flavor, but it's the same concept.
Well, I'm sure in the same sense as like chicken wings, chicken livers were probably, I would say this is a bit of a reverse situation. Chicken livers were probably bought a lot to actually like put into like chicken noodle soup or make like chicken stuff with.
There's some gravies and
to
shit.
actually cook with it.
Yeah.
and eat because it's probably inexpensive. They're like, oh yeah, you want a bag of chicken livers on Sunday for nothing, you know?
Right.
Just like chicken wings were. And now I think the liver, the organ meat, is looked and very frowned upon, and nobody wants to.
I know we had it.
Not frowned upon. I shouldn't say that.
People. It's an acquired taste.
Yeah.
But we had it had chicken livers on the menu at Moxie.
Yeah.
And that's more of a fancier place. But you'd put it, you'd fry them, and then like you blistered some grapes in a pan. Forget what the dressing was, and you toss that all like an arugula and kind of had like a half wilt on it, and then spread that out on the bed, and then put the chicken livers on it, and then there's some other kind of sauce that went on it. It's been fucking forever.
Yeah.
But that one actually was kind of popular. Even so much that, like, I think through a few different menu changes, they kept chicken liver as the protein on the dish, but then kind of kept changing around the accompaniments and shit.
See, and that would be like, you go there and you're like, oh, chicken liver, this is unique, and you're gonna get it. Same with like, pate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean foie gras.
Foie gras, yeah.
It just sounds fancier because it's got a French fucking name to it, but it's goose liver or duck liver.
Foie gras is awesome.
Yeah, foie gras is awesome.
Yeah. But that's, I feel like, a different story than beef liver, too.
Yeah.
Because it's all fatty.
It's a lot lighter than that.
Yeah. But yeah, any kind of pates, too. It's like, it's different. But, I'm sure you can make a beef pate, too, as well. But
yeah.
I'm sure they do. But
yeah, I think more popular ones are like pork and chicken livers and shit like that make the pates out of.
God, you said foie gras now. Foie gras.
Yeah, dude. And I haven't seen foie gras on a menu in a long time. But then again, I don't go to fancy restaurants too much anymore. So,
and we don't have a lot of them around us.
No,
so
no.
We got to travel a little bit.
Yeah.
See, we need to get this stuff in. Just need to order it.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I'll get my wife. She's a food service rep.
Yeah.
Have her get us some foie gras and
make a little cooking bits out of it for the show too.
Fuck yeah.
A lot of people probably haven't cooked foie gras. I've been craving a farm raised duck breast.
Yeah.
Like a good skin on farm raised duck breast.
Yeah, I haven't had duck in a while.
But I've been just like,
maybe we just need to go duck hunting, dude. Get our own liver.
Yeah, so I had a buddy. Years back where I used to work. He hunted ducks and geese and all that stuff, and he brought me in some duck breasts, and I cooked that up. And again, not farm raised, wild.
Yeah, it's a little gamey.
That's gamey. Yeah, very very different extreme. He's like, I'll bring you all you want because I don't like it that much. I'm like, oh, okay. And it's not prepared the same, you got to shoot it with a shotgun, so there's BBs through the whole
You always got some birdshot rolling around in there, breaking your teeth and shit, and you bite down on it.
I want that perfect breast with that skin's perfect on that duck and all that, and you can just score it and throw it right in the pan.
We've got the internet nowadays. Why don't we just order fucking
I'm sure we can order all of
duck
this.
breasts, dude.
I know you can, actually. I think I looked it up at one point in time, but I was like, oh, that's a little expensive.
Duck, the Artiganan Rohan duck breast. 7 to 8 ounce average each.
Ooh, that's big.
4 breasts for a pack, so you're looking at 2 pounds. Hey, get out of here, ad.
For $48.
Where the fuck's the X at?
Decline offer down
there.
there.
It is. Fuck you. That's fresh, too, man.
Snap, crackle, pop. I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. As long as the shipping, they don't hit you.
Yeah. Fill your grill. 15% off $125. You just buy more.
Foie gras on top.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Medallion of duck foie gras with black truffles.
There's a pate right there for you, dude. Torchon.
Sheesh.
Terrine of duck foie gras. Mousse of duck foie gras. Fuck yeah, dude.
We might have to drop.
What the truffles? 6 ounce for $25. God damn, dude. $60 a pound. I bet you that's so fucking good, though.
That's amazing.
I could eat 8 ounces of that. Do you think you could? You want to split a pound one of these days?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah. I could do that for sure. Quit! Give me these fucking ads. Give me. We get a moose, nice spreadable moose right there, dude. The tub, the 1.25 pound tubber, $100. God damn, $100. I'd do it. Fuck it.
They got some truffles and mushrooms on there too. Seafood.
Let's see.
But yeah, that looks good.
What kind of seafood they got? Lobster gram, Ocean's Bounty, Spanish octopus, dude. Welcome to the podcast where we shop for
we shop for exotic
foods.
foods.
Alaskan
Hello,
coast.
what would you like us to eat on our cooking show?
Yeah, anything but shellfish. What's Scottish langoustine? Oh, langoustines are like big old shrimps, isn't they?
Yeah.
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 I can't eat those.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, you can't be about that. I'll have to remember the duck brand too, where I know it's really good. Quality. Well, maybe Leafs quality. $140.
Case of 8 twin packs.
Let's see, 16 breasts.
16 breasts, yeah.
7-ounce duck breast, 14 ounce per pack. It's 3.5
4
pounds.
packs. 4 packs at 2.
Still 3.5 pounds.
Yeah, dude, that's dope. 3.5 pounds.
Oh wait, there's multiple.
Oh shit.
Case of 8. 8 packs of 2 duck breasts. So 16 breasts. What's the price?
I think this is the
$140.
case of 8 twin packs. $140.
Yeah, 16 for that. Shoot.
Yeah.
I think that was about the same price though.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
I want some breast meat.
Well, yeah. Anyways, I mean, we should try that sometime.
Yeah, there's a dude at work said he's never eaten duck, and he wants to try it. Dave's been teaching me about some little things about fishing here and there too. But so we could just, I'd say we even get like a whole ass fucking duck, dude. But breasts are fucking dope.
Yeah, let's see it. I just want to get the breasts.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I want that restaurant quality style breast, and I just want to cook it.
Score the skin, sear it off, get you some nice crispy skin, about medium rare inside.
Mm-hmm.
Shit's fucking dope.
Whatever little sauce we'll make for it, you know.
Yeah,
always pairs well with a tart fruit sauce.
Tart fruit sauce.
Or some mushrooms, some wild mushrooms.
That's what I was thinking. Wild mushrooms, some rosemary in there. Maybe even make it out of in the pan, you know.
Yeah.
Deglaze that pan, some garlic and some shallots up in that bitch. A little white wine deglazer.
Wasn't towards the end of the restaurant area when I learned that the duck breast, because I always got the pan hot first.
Mm-hmm.
Cold pan.
Really?
Score it. Put it down, then crank it high.
Really?
I learned that, and it came out amazing.
Yeah, because I don't think I ever did it that way.
Yeah, I was at hot pan, and then I forget where I saw it. Probably doing my research or something, because I was like looking at different duck dishes. I forget what chef it was. Some famous chef. He's like, "Do not heat your pan up." He's like, "You want this fat to slowly start rendering, so you get all that fat, and you don't need butter, oil, or anything in the pan." He's like, "You just throw it down,
Yeah.
salt and pepper, throw it down, dry pan, score it, boom, comes out perfect."
Yeah, place duck breast skin side down on a cold dry pan. Turn the heat to low, medium, and let the fat render, turning occasionally to ensure even cooking and crisping the skin. Once it's getting golden brown, the duck's cooked to your desired doneness. Remove it from the pan and let it rest before slicing.
Yep.
Give that a shot.
I learned that, and I was amazed. I was like, "Oh, I just took a hot pan and like, like seared, try to get a quick sear on it, but it's like, nope, you cold."
Yeah, I think I always did hot, and then I did go. I never went skin side down first. I would always go flesh side, and then flip it to go skin side, and I'd pop it in the oven and finish it. And then as it's finishing in there on the skin side, then it kind of fries and it's fattening and crisps up.
Then you get a little more indirect heat.
Yeah.
Not so much focused heat on it too.
Yeah. And that's usually just how you're timing it out with other shit going on in the kitchen as well. Like when you're cooking for a restaurant and cooking at home, there's two different timelines and two different worlds that you're cooking for. So There's different ways to do it more that way too.
Well, yeah, and the temp, if it's mid-rare, medium, whatever.
Yeah.
Most people be like, I'm not eating a mid-rare duck breast.
Like you can.
You can, and it's
They
amazing.
don't carry fucking
It's amazing.
salmonella.
It's amazing.
I know. That's the best way to fucking eat it.
Yeah. I think I made most of mine rare because it was like I wanted to cook it mid-rare, but then I cooked it and I did not let it rest because I'm like, I'm just going to eat you now.
I want that.
So like,
I want that in my belly.
everybody's like, what are you doing? I'm like, shut up,
Shut your
Sissy.
fucking mouth.
sissy.
Eat this shit mid-rare, dude.
I'm gonna eat this with some sweet potatoes.
Cause I ain't no bitch. I ain't no fucking bitch. I'm gonna eat the sweet potatoes mid-rare too, motherfucker. Watch me. I want that shit crunchy.
Give me that raw sweet potato.
I want that fucking crunchy bitch, dude. Give me that.
Give me that arugula. You didn't even dress it. I don't care.
Fuck.
I don't mess around with my arugula. You just picked that mushroom off a tree and ate it. Yeah.
Fuck that.
Unforgivable.
Unforgivable.
Oh, shoot.
All right. Well, what else you want to talk about?
Oh, man. I'm not going to lie. I didn't come prepared for anything.
Yeah, I didn't either. Hold on. Let me check my notes. I might have put notes in here like 2 weeks ago.
Let me check my notes, too.
Notes on the phone.
There's a guy here.
Yep. Nope.
He's doing some stuff. There's a lot of pictures of my kids. Their last day of school. Their early education. Their one day.
Yeah, dude. How fucking sick is that? Summer's coming up. My kids are going to be out of school here in like 2 more weeks or so.
I got drawings of my house edition that's coming up. We
Yeah.
talked about that a little bit. Hopefully that's starting here at the end of the month, next month. Really excited about that. Looks super dope in the plans.
Yeah.
Well, it cost me a lot of money, but that's why you
Hey,
do it.
you got your
All
dream
right?
house though, right? You know what I mean? Like
yeah, it should be awesome.
you're
by the
already
time
in
I
your
do it.
dream spot.
Uh,
You love that neighborhood. You love that area. So
Yeah.
now it's like, because you're gonna need a bigger house for them kids. So instead of just going and moving, just fucking
It doesn't make sense to move. Like
Right.
it just doesn't. Like, yeah, I can sell my house and make more money out than I paid for it, but then I'm going to put that money right back in the house. So yeah, of course you could move. I could move to a different spot and it'd be set up. But now I'm kind of setting up what I want. I'm getting a big ass kitchen.
yeah.
I'm getting an extra bedroom. I'm getting a big ass bedroom. I'm getting a second level deck that looks out. Maybe I get to see the lake a little bit. Get
Yeah.
to see a little. Oh, there's the lake over there. You can just spot it through the trees.
Yeah.
But that's still cool.
Once the leaves are down, you should be able to see it. I would imagine.
Oh yeah, in the wintertime it's gonna be gorgeous.
Yeah.
But
You get a garage too, bro. You
Getting a
get
garage, that's huge.
Yeah.
Love a garage. Work on some stuff. Work on the cars.
Yeah.
Do all that stuff. Don't have to worry about like, hey, man, can I use your garage to do this?
Right.
I just do it. I just
Right.
do it. Although it's fun to be like, hey man, can I use your garage?
Yeah,
Like,
give you
hey,
excuse
yeah,
to
I gotta
hang
get
out.
some beers. Let's work on some stuff.
Yeah, that means I'm probably gonna lose Tyler coming over every once in a while to change his oil and shit.
Maybe.
I'll be going to your house,
Maybe. Maybe I'll just make my garage a party garage.
or you guys just let me know and I'll come out and hang out too.
yeah.
You know?
Like, we gotta work on some stuff.
It's like fuck you, I ain't coming out. I'm sitting in my own garage. I'm not gonna be like that, you know. You know what I mean? Like if he's like, I'm just gonna go to Cody's house because it's closer. It's like that's cool, man. I'll just come out and hang.
Maybe I'll just make mine a party garage, and then yours will be the service garage.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
But honestly, yours is probably gonna be heated and shit because you're building a bedroom right above it.
Yeah, I'm in a bedroom above it, and
So imagine,
I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna have gas plumbed in there, so I can put a little
yeah,
gas wall heater on there.
yeah.
Just-
Actually, I'd probably be more efficient to make sure you kept that door shut and maybe kept it around like 60 degrees in there.
right?
Because then you won't have to worry about all the heat escaping your room or anything from below. So
Yeah, exactly. Keep it warm enough. Well, one, when you go, you jump in your car in the winter, you want that baby.
yeah.
You gotta worry about defrosting. All that.
Well, and that's because I don't have heat going into my garage at all, and I have the attic above it, so there's less kind of climate control in that garage.
Yeah.
But it's insulated, and I keep the door shut in the winter, so it still stays like probably about 45, 50,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, not that you got to. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not saying you got to like.
I never get
take
any,
your cars out,
yeah, I
but-
never get any frost or anything like that. But yeah,
No,
dude, keep
But
your,
a heater, because like even in the winter, then we can back the cars out and be like, oh, you guys want to come over and hang out in the garage? And
Right.
we can still have a party in the garage then.
yeah,
And the kids will be on the other side of the house and like still hang out in the garage and have a good
keep
time.
it nice and warm in there.
Yeah, another extra hangout room.
Yeah.
Plus, put some workbenches and stuff up and finally be able to like organize my tools for once in my life. which
Right.
Then I'll buy a lot more tools because I've never had any place to put them
Right.
ever.
Yeah, dude.
So
Get you
that's
some
a-
fucking pegboard.
It's gonna be super nice to be like have everything. I actually have tools organized and not getting like lost and misplaced and some of that's my fault. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm sometimes lazy because I come in and I just like, I gotta go out here. Like I gotta shove everything in this drawer, or I just throw everything in the bag and I walk up and like, I don't want to deal with that right now. And then I
There's-
don't put it back. So
There's lots of times where it's like I just dump it on the workbench out there. I just fucking dump it, load up
Yeah.
the workbench, and then after a couple weeks, it's like, all right, let me organize, put everything away.
Yeah.
So I actually had to do that to work on my boat lower. I put it up there, and it just kind of like scooching things down. Finally, whenever I got my lower put together and I was done, I was like, all right, let me clean this shit up. Let me organize, get back to organized. So
Yeah, garage sick, master bedroom sick,
sick.
walk-in closet, and like just all that fun stuff. So just looking forward to that getting done. That's obviously going to take a lot of time to
Yeah.
get done though. So let's see what happens. I might be living at my mom's for
Yeah,
3 to 4 months. So
that's cool.
hey, but that's all right. So she's got a big enough house, and she's willing to put us up. And I was like, let me just pay all your utilities, please.
Yeah.
Like, and she's like, oh, you don't got to do that. I'm like, no, I'm going to be racking your utilities up because
You
you
get
get
to deal
4
with
people in here.
You get to deal with the fun of not just getting up and getting your lake gear on and walking to the lake now.
Yeah, that's going to suck.
You have to be like, okay, we have everything in the car that we need, Because now you can't just be like, oh, shit, let's run back to the dock. We forgot this in the house,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be living the summer life like me where it's like, fuck, we got like
Yeah.
where you wake up and you start packing shit.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. It's going to be interesting, but, we'll also be in town. So it's going to be like, oh, what do you want to eat? All right,
True.
let's just beep, 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 beep.
true.
Done.
Yeah.
On the way.
Because a lot of times, there's also a lot of times it's like, I call to make sure, like, hey, since I'm here, do you need anything before I come out?
Right.
Like, you need me to stop at the store for anything. And shit.
Right. I mean, if we need the normal stuff, we can run and grab it real quick. but
Right.
It's also like we can't get Chinese food delivered to the front door.
Right.
We can't get 16 different kinds of pizza delivered to the front door.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. You can order a pizza and have them drop it off at the house and then take it out to the boat and shit.
We can't just drive down the road and grab all this fun stuff.
Yeah.
Our grocery runs will be a lot shorter now because it's like, no, our grocery store's right down the road.
Yeah, because you can make stops like,
Yeah.
I just pop in here, grab some shit before I go home.
Somebody was like, oh, you're going to be living in town. Oh, you're probably going to love it too much. You're just going to stay there. I'm like, absolutely not.
No.
I'm good on that.
No, because me and Sarah can't wait till the kids graduate, get out of the house. We fucking dump some money into this to fix all the shit that they destroyed, and then sell it and move out there. Like
Right.
that's the final game plan is the move out there on the lake.
I just started out there and then was like, all right, I guess I'm staying here now.
Yeah. But build this bitch bigger.
But I bought it when it was cheap. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think we've got enough time in the can here.
Yeah, we do.
So, did you have yourself a damn good time?
I had a damn good time, sir. Did you have a damn good time?
I did also have a damn good time. And we hope you guys had a damn good time as well. Be sure to click like and subscribe to all the stuff. Keep checking out our shorts. We keep releasing a lot of those, getting some good numbers on that, which is dope. So appreciate you guys watching it. Love you, Cody.
Love you, Steve.
Love you guys. And we'll see you next time.